MiniWarGaming's Old World Wars.
Hey MiniWarGamers, welcome to another episode of Old World Wars. I'm here with Steve, fresh back from Jamaica.
Yep.
Yeah, rested. Gave him a break from the Old World War series a bit so he could relax and put his feet up. But he's back, and we're going to play a 2,000 point game of fantasy with his vampire counts against my dwarves.
Yep.
You guys saw last week I got mangled pretty good by Clarence. So I learned a thing or two though about Warhammer, and we'll see if I can use that to my advantage to try and beat up on Steve. So let's check out the armies, check out the table we're using, and the mission we're playing. Now, all right, so here we have Steve's 2,000 points of vampire counts, led by Necromancer Lord.
Yep, level 4. Yeah, just using the Heimlich model here to represent the level 4.
The Heimlich model? I think his name is Heinrich. Heinrich, the Heimlich maneuver. We're going to do some Heimlich. You know what? We're going to call him Heimlich from now on.
He's Heimlich, that's
He's
fine.
Grand Necromancer Heimlich.
Why did I say Heimlich?
I don't know, because you're hilarious.
I'll edit that out.
No, you won't. And then who else?
Okay, we have level 2 Necromancer with him, and I got a vampire, there's a hero level vampire.
Yep.
And a White King with the Battle Center Bearer.
Ooh, yeah, nicely painted by Battle Center Bearer, too. Got a cool tower on it. All right, and then core, it looks like we've got zombies, some skeletons, some ghoulies, a couple units of direwolves, and then specials and rares, we've got some black knights and some graveguard, some bat swarms, and some giant bats. So
Actually, there's no rares in this list.
There's no rares in this list. Yeah, it's all special. That's weird. So there it is. There's 2,000 points of vampire counts. Lots of summoning going on here. Level 4. Let's see what I brought. Here's my 2,000 points of dwarves. There's a much smaller footprint in my dwarf army, definitely. And, you know, that's not a short joke. That's actually just, I have way less models than this undead army. I got my lord with his shield bearers, his keg bearers there, stumbling around, making extra attacks. He's based on the special edition Bugman model that was available in Bugman's Bar in the UK. Really cool model, but he's my lord on shield bearers. A couple of runesmiths, one right here. And another one right here, not lords, just heroes. They got great weapons. Some rune of ballads, rune of spell breaking. I think one's got the double rune. And then I've got my BSB. Again, he's the old special edition BSB. Came in the Dwarf Army box years and years ago. And he's got some magic weapons, magic armor, no magic standard, just regular standard. Core, I've got a 20-man unit of Thunderers with shields hanging out there with full command. I've got a 20-man unit of Dwarf Warriors with full commands. And then I've got a 20-man unit of Ironbreakers with full command and a Rune of Battle. And then my War Machines, pair of Organ Guns, because if one Organ Gun's good, two is better. Some magic runes on there, Rune of Accuracy, Rune of Burning, Rune of Forging, combined across the two of them. And then a cannon with the Rune of Forging on it. So there's my artillery battery, my army. Let's see if I can find a way to deploy these guys so they don't get outflanked. All right, so here's our table set up for battle lines. Battle lines is nice and simple. Two 12-inch deployment zones along either edge. Straight up VPs, alternating deployment. So once again, we're using the awesome table war mat, the green one, from frontlinegaming.org. We have it set up 6x4, lots of woods, some buildings, some hills, the usual fantasy sort of setup. If you like them, and we use them a lot in Old World Wars, check them out at frontlinegaming.org. Alright, so after rolling for his spells, Steve's level 4 has Van Hale's Dance Macabre, Wind of Death, Curse of Years, so a nice spell roll there, and of course Invocation and Heck, which is the signature. The level 2 has Raise Dead and Invocate, and the Vampire has Invocation of Heck, just the signature spell, so lots of raising to be done in this army. Alright, rolling for deployment, and choosing table sides. I get a 6, Steve's got a 4, so I'm going to choose to deploy... let's say, I like the idea of deploying on this side. Yeah, so I'm going to stay on the side I'm on over here, and I will start deploying one of my units. We'll be back with a minute after we deployed. So here we are at deployment. On my left flank, I've got my cannon and my unit dwarf warriors. Now we've rolled for both these woods as they're mysterious, and both of them turned out to be abyssal woods. I rolled a 2 for each one. Super convenient for me in this game because all my units inside this wood now cause fear. So with his entire army causing fear, my dwarves being immune to it is really nice. So really the units in the center here that aren't in it won't cause fear.
I feel like I should point out right now that my vampire here has Fear Incarnate.
Okay.
The minus 2 leadership thing.
Yeah.
The Screaming Banner makes sure you roll your fear test.
Yeah.
I got a lot of points spent into fear.
which just got negated by 2 dice rolls of 2.
Yes.
Okay, sweet. So I'm really not planning on leaving these woods at all, if at all possible. Now, my Lord Central unit here, yeah, you know, gonna make some fair tests, but twiddling down on 8s, 10 down to 8s, probably not gonna be super duper hard. And I could just toe the corner in.
Extra dice.
And I could just toe the corner in over here too, so that I get rid of that stuff, which would be super sweet.
Sometimes.
Yeah, it's the way it goes sometimes. So my free missile woods here kind of disrupting Steve's plan. But yeah, organ guns on either side of my Lord's unit of Thunderers. These guys have shields, so they're just as good a combat unit as my Dwarf Warriors. They've got the BSB and the Lord in the unit as well. And then both my units of Warriors and my Ironbreakers have a Runesmith in them. Ironbreakers over here and Warriors on the other flank. Across from me, some Direwolves, Bat Swarms, Fellbats, little unit of Ghoulies, bigger unit of Skeletons, some Zombies in behind with the level 4. Hang out in the back. Don't really know why you're doing that, because I'm going to cannonball them. And then Grave Guards, the Black Knights, and another unit of Hounds here, providing some hard cover for my organ guns there in front on the other flank. So, let's see what happens during turn 1. I'm going to get +1 to roll, as I finish deploying first. So let's see who gets the first turn. Steve getting a, whoa! Not even sure what was what.
I don't know what was what.
I don't know what was what, yeah, because they totally hit each other pinball style. Let's roll again. It was a tie if I had gotten the 5 anyway. So I got a 6, he got a 3. It means I'm going first. So let's see what I'm going to do. Turn 1 Dwarves. Okay, so we're just, we re-looked up the rules about characters, lone characters near units. So Heinrich's going to get a 4+ lookout. Sorry, Heimlich Kiemler. Heimlich Kiemler is going to get a 4+ lookout, sir, with that unit of Skeletons nearby for my cannonball. But planning out my turn right now, I'm thinking that that's what I need to do. I'm pretty happy with my castle formation here. Obviously, I'm not going to give up this free fear. He is more than 24 inches away from me, so what I may end up doing is moving forward slightly just to touch the woods with them. Or maybe not. You know what? I'm not going to bother. We're just going to stay in the woods where we are. We're not going to bother moving, I think, this turn. And then just hope that I have a successful first magic phase. And as Steve said, I may cause his army to crumble in the first turn. So, there we go. So, movement phase? None?
Vanguard first.
Oh, you got some Vanguard first? Okay, well, let's do the Vanguard then.
Cannons now.
Vanguard first. Alright, so Vanguard movement. Who's Vanguarding?
There's the Wolf Dogs here.
Okay.
And it's not going to help me, so we're going to go straight forward.
Okay. You're not going to be able to... Are they not fast cav?
No.
Okay, so they're just beasts. So unfortunately not able to get his dogs in front of Heinrich's unit to keep them safe, but can get them forward a little bit to do some damage. Alright, so we're going to start with the shooting phase. My unit of handguns here is going to take some shots at the unit of wolves. I think a couple of them are going to have to shoot through the woods. These 2 guys right here for sure, maybe this 3rd guy. So 3 guys are going to get additional -1 to hit them on top of the range. So that'll be 3 on 6s, and the remainder on 5s. So 3 on 6s, nothing. And the remaining guys shooting, that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys. So 8 more shots. Hit on 5s. There's a couple, so there's 3. And then wounding on 3s. I'm going to kill 2. -2 save.
They're dead.
Alright, so the plan there, of course, was to open up a shooting lane so that I could shoot past with my organ gun. And Steve did remove the models I was hoping he would remove. So there's no penalty anymore to shoot the Black Knights with my organ gun. It is in range, we just checked. So obviously no movement, like I said, and we're on to skipping magic as well because I don't have any mages. So the shooting phase, I have an organ gun 30 inches away. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. that was the plan, and no hard target penalty. So with my rune of accuracy on this unit, ballistic skill 4, that means I'll hit on 3s. I'm going to hit on 4s for long range. Let's see how many shots I get. 6 plus 8 is 14 shots. All right, so there's the 14 shots hitting on 4s. So not too great. That's definitely a lot of 1s, 2s, and 3s. I only hit 4 times. Not quite the odds. What is your toughness? 4? You are Grave Guard on horses. So strength 5 and wound on 3s. There's 2, and that's -3 to your armor save because it's armor piercing.
5 plus armor.
Nope.
And 2 guys.
Not a bad start. All right, so the cannon now is going to take a shot 10 inches from the back of this unit of skeletons. So 10 inches from the back, you can measure that in a second. Let's see where I go. I'm going to land 4 inches from there, so 6 inches from the back of that unit is where the cannonball starts. Head in a straight line, yeah, you got it. And then let's see how big my bounce is. So, 6 inches from the back of that unit. Alright, so there's my cannonball's initial point of landing. Steve and I had to discuss what 10 inches from the back meant.
Yeah,
so now it's 6 inches from the back of the unit, yep. And a line going towards good old Heine. And I'm going to bounce 4 inches. I'm not going to hit him, which is good for you, but 4 inches will hit how many guys, Steve?
3 rings, or 4 rings.
4 rings, you think? Or 3? I think
it's
3.
4 rings.
4 rings, okay.
Yeah.
So 2 pluses to wounds. So that's going to vaporize 4 guys. And a deep sigh of relief by Heimlich. Alright, so next up, the last organ gun. I'm kind of out of like fun targets here to shoot at, so I'm thinking what I really want to shoot at is this unit of hounds, because they're going to tie up my cannon crew next turn, obviously, otherwise. So, see how many shots I get? Uh-oh, good thing this is the forged one. 6. And 8 is 14 again. So 14 shots. I am probably in long range. Yeah, you know what? Never hurts to check. I'm going to check. Alright, so this is the, I'm dropping dice. This is the forging and accuracy one. This one over here is the forging and burning one. So I'm going to hit on 4s because I am in long range. Let's see how many hits I get. Once again, not a stellar first turn, but hopefully enough to actually ace this unit. So that's 6 hits. A wound on 2, strength 5. That's enough to make them go away. There's 5 wounds. Alright, and with no combats ongoing and my shooting phase over, Dwarf turn 1 ends. Let's see what happens during Vampire Count turn 1. Alright, so charges declare?
No charges declare. No charges declare.
Okay.
Alright, Heimlich or Heinrich?
Heimlich, no,
Heimlich.
it's Heimlich, it's his name now.
I know it's kind of bad, but I put him there so we can give everybody
the march bubble?
Turn 1, so
okay.
he'll be joining later, but we have lots of marching now.
Yeah, the house kind of disrupted your battle line plans, and so he's going to move into zombies eventually.
Yeah.
Just not right now.
Just not right now.
Got it. Okay. So hovering bat swarms, they don't get to march, but they do a 10-inch fly-ish move. Going to probably avoid that woods, though, because it is, of course, still dangerous terrain. Although you may avoid it because you're a skirmisher. I'm not sure.
No, all flyers are skirmishers.
All flyers, oh, that's right. All flyers are skirmishers, so you would still make a dangerous terrain test. Now, the bat swarms don't have hover, they have actual fly, meaning they will scarily fly over here and threaten my artillery. Oh, if I'd only had the points for Naked Pants the Slayer. He's my usual point defense for units like this, because he'll charge in and axe things in the face that get too close and fly. Alright. We're on remaining moves right now, because obviously there's no compulsories and there was no charges. This is the unit of Grave Guard. We're going to march up. Yep, you got it.
I got him.
And let's get the level 2 in it.
And you guys here marching quite your hefty 14.
And of course, pre-measuring is possible, so he can decide if he wants to be within 15 of my organ gun or not. Which means he can check and then make that last inch of movement if he wants.
That's okay.
No, you're not going to bother? Okay.
Because I'm going to just take this unit and march them right there, or walk them right there.
Alright.
Get some more room here. I can get all the way up to the bats.
Right, plenty of room. Everybody's still in range to march up to the back of the bats.
This is less than 8 for sure.
And of course, none of my guys within 8 inches, so there's no march blocking going on. And Heimlich joining the Zambies. His natural position, leading from the zombies.
Okay, I think that's everybody.
Alright, so there we go. We're done movement phase. Let's see some Winds of Magic. Alright, Winds of Magic. 5, I like it. Alright, so that puts 4 in the dwarf pool. Now I have a Rune of Balance, so on a 4+, I'm going to steal one of yours and put it in my army. I don't. And I can try and channel twice for my 2 Runesmiths. And I get 2, sweet. So there's 6 dispel dice for the dwarves.
Here's my channels.
3 channels for the vampire counts. None. Alright, so let's plan the magic phase.
I'm going to use 2 dice invocation with my You know what? I'll do it with my vampire if you're not within 6. Oh, you're within 6. So my level 2 here.
Okay, 2 dice invocation hack. What do you need to get it off? I think it's a 5.
Yeah, it's 5.
All right, so that's going to put you at a 12 total. I get +2 to dispel, so I'm going to risk it and roll 3 dice, trying to dispel. And that's not quite enough, it's an 11. Now the nice thing about dwarves is I'm not actually dispelling with either of my runesmiths, it's just a natural +2 to dispel. So it doesn't go away because I failed to dispel, which is pretty handy. So
I don't need to bother rolling because level 2 will give me 2 bodies back there.
Yeah, just for his magical level.
And 2 bodies back here.
You got it. Cavalry count is 2 though, I think?
Right, I rolled dice, so I get a minimum of 1 plus my level 2, so I get 3 wounds back.
Alright, but you need 4 wounds to bring back to you guys, don't you? Yes, you only get 1 back.
But I don't believe that is actually correct.
Oh, okay. I like cavalry counted as 2.
That is the old magic rules.
Oh, okay. Well, let's look it up.
I believe, yeah.
I know ogre guys count as 3, magic guys count as 2, or cavalry guys count as 2.
Right, because ogres have 3 wounds. Now it's cavalry can only receive 1 for the casting, not a d6 actually.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I did that wrong. So 1 for the casting plus the level of character.
Got
so
it.
3. And 2 dice left. Sorry, 3 dice left. I had 5. And he'll oh, I don't know. I don't know. Who's that? Let's see something helpful. Heinrich will cast.
Heimlich. He's not actually Heinrich. He's not actually Heinrich.
You're right.
He has to be Heimlich.
Heinrich.
Yeah, Heimlich. Okay.
He's in the captain's vocation.
Okay.
At level 4. That's definitely going.
Boom. So there's 13 plus 4 is 17. Let's see if I can get rid of it. I have to roll big here, but nothing stops me from trying. That's a 13 total, so I'm not going to get the 17. So there you go. So another invocate going off.
Okay, so on the skeletons, he can go. He's master of the undead, so he can bring more back.
Bring more back than started in the unit?
Yep.
Okay, so that's 4 plus 4 is 8. Now, if you can't place them in the unit, do you lose the remainder?
Yep.
Okay,
and I
so
think I'm going to get a little shy here.
Yeah, because I think you're going to get 2 more, maybe 3 more. Because your movement tray's in the way a little bit, so you would get another guy there, for sure.
That's true. Back
Yeah, it's just the movement tray being in the way. But then I think you're only going to get maybe 2 more probably in that back rank. Or 3. Yeah, let's say 3. We're down to the body part markers.
Yeah.
The ones climbing under the ground.
These are
what
fresh.
every vampire count player has from their leftover sprues. So let's see how many the zombies get. They're gonna get 3, 7. Lots of room to place them. So no shooting?
No shooting.
Alright, and no combat obviously. So let's see dwarf turn 2. Turning the amazing turn dice. Alright, so I have to make some decisions during this turn because obviously there's a unit of fellbats here that may or may not murder my poor cannon crew. And then the other flank here we've got hounds that I really like to get out of the way so that I can get rid of these knights, or at least soften them up a whole bunch with my organ guns. So I kind of have a choice to make. Which of my flanks do I want to really go for here, and which one do I want to kind of let stand for a minute to try and make combat less inevitable? Now, what I could do is I could try charging these fellbats. So it looks like I'm probably about 9 inches away, corner to corner, from the long ways. And they can't flee because they're undead, so they're not going to run away from me. Now that would mean 9 inches, I would need a roll of at least 6 with these dwarf warriors. I'm going to come pounding out of the woods and protect my cannon. And that would actually give me a unit sort of on the flank over here as well if I decided to overrun next turn. So don't really like breaking up my battle line, but to be honest, this side of the battle line is far scarier than this side over here, because this side's got fellbats, some ghoulies. The ghoulies are dangerous, but they're not as dangerous as that unit of Knights and Graveguard are. So I think that's my plan for my turn. I'm going to try and let the Dwarf Warriors deal with the unit of fellbats over here, and then my artillery crew and my Thunderers are freed up to try and put some more damage on this other side. So there's my only charge. These guys are going to charge the unit of fellbats. Now you have to hold, obviously, because you're undead.
Yep.
And right now I cause fear, but I'm not going to be causing fear in a second. So we're going to check range real quick and then see what I need to roll. So I'm going to need a 7. I'm about 9.5 inches away. My eyeballing wasn't perfect. But there's my charge. Let's see if I got my 7. I got a 9, so I'm in. These Dwarf Warriors come flying out of the woods. You just stay where they are. We'll tighten up. Oops. Well, I'm gonna wheel like this. Everybody sees I'm doing it right. I'm gonna fly straight in, and that'll allow us to maximize. Technically the unit would tighten up after I hit them, but no harm in doing it first. So then any compulsory moves, that takes us to the remaining moves. My Thunders obviously want to shoot this turn. It's not going to move anywhere, as do my cannons and my organ gun. My unit of Iron Breakers, I think, is just going to kind of weasel forward slightly, just to put them into blocking range, so that the organ gun doesn't get charged by those hounds next turn. So that's my remaining moves. We're going to move on now to Magic Phase. You have nothing remaining in play, so I'm not really going to bother with the Magic Phase. Only if he has remains in play spells do I do that, because I'll use my Power Dice to get rid of them. So we're just going to skip over to shooting then. So I'm going to start with the Thunders. They're going to do their best to clear off these hounds. Alright, so measuring my line of sight again. 5 of these guys are going to have to shoot through the woods because he shuffled over a little bit with the hounds. In order to get the shots in. They're over long range, so it's going to be 6s to hit. There's 1 hit from that. And then the remaining 6 guys will get 5s to hit. Ooh. And that's 5 total. Oh, let's see if I can vaporize this unit. That'd be nice. So I need 3s to wound, and there's no armor on these guys, so obviously that's going to kill a hound every time I get a 3. Let's see if I can get them all. No, I get 2 of them. And they're going to get removed strategically this time to hopefully block some more line of sight. Alright, so next up we're going to do my cannonball, and it's going to go 10 from the back of this unit of knights for its starting points, in a line that will hopefully hit the vampire. So the vampire is, where is he? He's this guy? Right, oh, I don't want to hit him then. I'm just going to go 10 from the back, hitting 2 of your guys. Maybe, yeah. So in this line right here, across him, and across this dog. Sound good? So right about there.
No, wait. Yeah.
10 from the back, right there. Perfect. And then, let's see where I actually land. 10 inches! So I landed right in the back, on top of that guy. And he's dead. So I'm going to kill 1 knight, and that's all.
Yoink.
Alright, so I didn't quite clear enough of these dogs to get me pure line of sight for this guy too, but I can get a clean line between this organ gun and these good old-fashioned Black Knights. This is the one that doesn't have forging, so hopefully I'm not going to misfire here. I get 6 shots on my first roll, and whoa, misfire the second one, so they're all going to be -1 to hits. I don't believe they're within 15, because these guys weren't within 12.
Oh, my knights?
Yeah, your knights.
Yeah.
They're not. Okay, so that's -2 to hit now. I'm going to need a 5s to hit with that organ gun. But I do get 2, and then 3s to wound, because I'm toughness 4. So 2 wounds, 2 at -3, because they are armor piercing. So 5s, nope, so I'm going to lose 2 more knights. Or he's going to lose 2 more knights. It's not terrible, all things considered. Let's see what we want to shoot at with this guy right here. So now if I do decide to shoot them, I can't really get a clean line. I mean, it'll be -2 to hit. I can't see a whole guy with the organ gun. So I could shoot them, or I could try shooting either the bat swarms or the ghouls. These guys are going to have some block line of sight as well. So I think my best bet's the Graveguard. Is my best bet the Graveyard? I would hit on 6s with the organ gun right now against the unit of Black Knights. So yeah, let's just shoot the Graveguard. So I'll be long range, but it won't be that bad. So let's see what I got. First one is going to be 10 shots. That's not too bad. And the second one's going to be a misfire, but I can reroll it for forging, which is super nice. So 16. Alright, so I'm at long range, obviously. So that means I'm going to need a 4 to hit with these shots. There's a better roll than last time. And all these go away. As we have agreed, misses are the ones that get removed. It's the gentleman's way of fighting. Toughness 4 again over here, so 3s to wound. That's going to be 5 wounds at -3. So heavy armor and shield means no saves for these fellas.
1 second.
Do you have a magic banner?
Trickster shard. I have a 6+ ward.
Okay. On who?
On that unit.
On that unit, okay.
One guy's back.
So 1 guy's back, okay. Forgetting the other Trickster Shard, the other Trickster's Shard.
Or the Iron Cursed Icon, or whatever it's called.
Iron Cursed Icon is the one you're thinking of, I think, yeah. Iron Cursed Icon is the one that gives a 6+ ward.
Okay.
So you don't have that.
So, my mistake. I have the other Trickster Shard.
Okay.
Don't tell Ash.
Don't tell Ash. Alright, so back now after those important messages. Alright, so that ends my shooting phase. Again, not entirely the most effective shooting phase, but not bad for a turn 2. We got my charge over here. What is the initiative on an awesome Fellbat? 3! Seriously?
Awesome 3.
All right, man, you're going first, and I'm initiative 2.
Nice.
So now as I start my first round of combat, I realize that even though I said I wasn't going to forget to do this, I forgot to roll for my Ancestral Grudge. And it's a 4. All of my characters hate all of your characters.
Okay.
Because you did terrible things. Yeah, so fear test for me, Leash of 9. I'm good. He has 6 attacks, hitting on 4s from his Fellbats. So there's 3. What's strength?
3.
So 5s to wound.
Nothing.
Alrighty. So now because of Resolute, I do get +1 attack on the charge. So I have 9 guys fighting and the champion is 10 attacks. So there's 7, 8, 9, 10. Hitting on 3s. There we go. No Haiti hates. I didn't get that good in Ancestral Grudge roll. Strength 4 right now though, what's your toughness?
3.
Alright, so 3s to wound. So there's 4 wounds.
2 guys dead.
Alright,
And
then...
combat resolution will just kill the last
but
one.
I still want to resolve the combat. I still have 2 attacks from my Great Weapon guy. And they both hit, and they'll wound on 2s. And you have 1 wound left, so combat res will cause the last wound, because I won by more than enough to do the last one. So at the end of combat, they're going to reform, just so they're facing this way. Alright, so that ends turn 2 Dwarves. We're going to turn 2 Vampire Counts. Managed a successful combat over here, getting rid of these Fellbats. Did a little bit of damage to the Black Knights and the Grave Guard with my Organ Guns. This turn, don't think he's going to be able to charge me anybody, so that will leave him with some hopeful opportunities for me to get shots into him next turn. So let's see what Steve's planned for turn 2.
Plan, you're talking.
Yeah, plan. There ain't no plan.
Maybe how close is this cannon to these Fellbats here? Or these bat swarms? 17 inches? 7-inch charge? I'm gonna go for it.
Okay.
That'll be my only charges.
Okay, so the only charge right now happening is the Bat Swarms into this cannon.
Here's my 7.
6. They fail.
That's gonna be a problem.
Because they're going to be in front of you. Well, they go 4 inches forward, but you will get stalled kind of for a turn. Yay!
I'll do my test first on this unit.
Yeah. So dangerous terrain test, and it's
No wound,
passed.
and
And
what
let's see what
is
the
it?
wood
It
is.
is a 1.
It's a nothing. So nothing in that wood. So that was compulsory. Sorry, that was charges. We're on the compulsories, of which there are none. So remaining moves.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some marching here. I was gonna move everything closer to your guys and do the exact same thing again.
Okay.
So just a swing. And I'm gonna take 2 inches back. These guys are gonna march up as far as they can. They hold 5. And I'll just catch up with this unit here.
So wheeling and then moving forward, just they're aligned with the building. So now who else can march?
I don't think, yeah, they definitely can't march. These guys can march, and they're gonna do so. These guys are not. So, we'll bring this unit here. Ooh, wait a second.
You get much closer, you'll be in short range. So you'll be 13 away.
Yeah. Okay. A little bit shy.
Obviously trying to stay at a short range of my Thunders and my Organ Guns.
Yeah, you guys suck. Correctly.
Get too close, you're gonna lose your lances because I'm gonna charge you.
I'm gonna do this.
Steve's now trying to plan the placement of these dogs and
I'm trying to
knights.
decide whether it's better to go this way or this way. I know whichever one I decide
you can't
to do,
march,
it's
yeah.
gonna be the wrong one. But 9 inches still hefty movement.
Yeah. He actually wants these dogs no longer in front of his unit
Yeah.
because he knows I can use them as a leapfrog to get into combat and he'll lose his charge.
You know, I'll take him this way.
Okay. Now they're not fast cavalry, so you would have to wheel to do a bunch of that.
Oh, sorry. This angle
That's
should be
right.
more like this.
Yeah, you got it. Okay.
And
Trying to stay 13 inches away from me, so I can't long bomb you.
There's your trans. I'm gonna move up just 1 more inch. Make it possible for you, but not likely.
Okay.
All right, that's that. That's my movement.
So moving on to magic. Wins of magic.
7.
Ooh, nice. The best possible roll for me, because it's the closest spread with the most dice. So I'm gonna do my 2 channels. I've got 6. Just 6. Do I steal one of his? I do. So you're gonna have 6, and I'm gonna have 7.
All right, here's my channeling. Beautiful.
7 to 7. That's Dwarfs for you. Exactly the same dice pools. What you plotting there, big guy?
Okay. I'm going to 2 dice invocation in the heck with my level 2 over here.
Okay. That's going to go off on a 9. Sorry, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah.
So just to get rid of it convincingly, I'm going to have to use 3 dice. On average, I should get 10, I get 12. So that's going to be an 11, which also gets rid of it.
Okay.
So he hasn't failed to cast the spell, he's just had it dispelled, so he can keep casting.
I'm going to 2 dice raise the dead.
Okay.
So I need a 7 to get it off to 9 to cast.
9 to cast.
And he fails.
And then he's no longer casting, but he's out of spells anyway.
Yep.
So who's left?
Okay, well. How much does it cost?
What's thinking? 2 dice left.
I'm thinking casting Curse of Years on those dwarves usually remove it next turn. It's not going to do any damage to you. So I have 3
My plan. Yeah, you have 3 dice. You have 2 dice left. Sorry, 3 dice left. Yeah. He's just 2 and 2.
I'm going to 2 dice his invocation and 1 dice his invocation. So the level 1 vampire. That's 6 to cast.
Okay, so that goes off.
Nothing to get rid of it.
All right, so 2 dice plus 2, and that's a 8, so it goes away.
Okay. Well, he'll 1 dice his invocation.
All right, I have 2 dice left. So 1 dice
fail.
to 6.
No, 1 and 3 is automatic fail.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, even on 1 dice.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm getting lucky with the magic phases here, although dwarves do a pretty good job balancing out magic. Nothing got raised back in these 2 units, which means I can put a nice pounding into them again, and hopefully strip off a bunch more guys. So no combats. Let's see what happens during dwarf turn 3 as we move the giant turn dice. All right, so playing out my turn. I got some choices to make right now. Do I want to charge the ghouls with this unit of dwarves, or do I want to charge these bat swarms? The way that the skirmishers work, I don't think I can maximize and still get a overrun into the ghouls, but I might be able to. So I think that's my only charge. I'm going to declare a charge with this dwarf war unit into the bat swarms. Try and maximize and hope that when I do my overrun move after I destroy them, which I'm just assuming I'm going to do, because obviously, you know, I'm that good at rolling dice, that I can hit the ghouls afterwards and get into combat. So that's my only charge. Do you? Oh, you can't even react. That's right. So I was 6 inches away, which means I believe I need to roll a 3.
6 inches.
Oh, corner with him. Sorry, how far am I? 7? Closest point? 7 inches. 7.5 inches?
Yeah.
I need a 5. Okay, I need a 5. Which I get. I get a 6.
Her.
So I'm into combat with them. We're going to just pull this woods out for a second.
Yep.
Just lift him up. Put him back down. Thanks. And we'll figure out the charge. So there we are, maximized. The angles were good, which means that I'm going to put this wood back after the combat's over, but my overrun position will hopefully get me into the ghouls. All right, so as far as remaining moves go, I think everyone's pretty much happy where they are. I'm more than happy to make the Cav make dangerous terrain tests, charge my iron breakers, and I don't want to move them because I don't want to give up their shots. So skipping magic, there's no curse of years, only remains in play. We're just going to start shooting some guns. Everybody's got clean line of sight now to the dogs, meaning I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 shots from Thunderers that will hit on 4s, because they're within 12 now too. So here we go, 4s. That should be good enough to get me the unit, I hope. Although I've been rolling a lot of 1s and 2s so far. I need 3s, and I get it, that's 5, so it's going to vaporize that unit. Alright, this organ gun, shooting at the old knights. Now, he's the one that's not 4, so here's for hoping for no misfires. There's 6 shots, and 4 shots is 10 shots total. He's in long range, so I'm going to hit on 4s, because I do have the rune accuracy. So here we go, 10 shots hitting on 4s.
Ooh.
Not fantastic, that's only 2. And wounding on 3s. There's 2 wounds, though. He needs 5s to save. So there's 2 gone. It's a good start. The second organ gun into the same target. It is the forged one, but so far no bad stuff. So there's 12 shots. Once again at long range. So I'm going to add 2 dice to the dice I rolled before, and I'm going to hit on 4s because it's also run back your side. There's a better roll. So there is 6 hits, but the odds this time, I need 3s to wound, 5 wounds.
All right, so we have
5s to save. That's right.
I got 3 regular guys and 2 characters.
So I believe they all take 1 and then you start going around.
Okay.
Well, there's exactly as many hits as there are guys, and there's no randomization anymore. You just start stacking.
So my 3 regular guys?
3 regular guys on 5s. They're gone.
My whole squad is now gone. That hurts.
Means they can't be raised back, which is what I was hoping for this turn with them. All right, and then
White King.
First, yep.
Takes a wound,
Takes a
and the
wound.
vampire takes a wound.
All right, so 2 wounds, and these guys are still a unit, like so. All right, so that leaves the cannonball, and I've got a nice juicy cannonball shot lined up here. We're gonna go 10 from the back corner of this guy right here, just inside the back corner, and it's gonna draw a line not just through him, but also through Zippy the Necromancer. So hopefully I get a low first roll, and it's gonna land somewhere on the Necromancer, and then bounce through and hit both of them. But we'll see. Cannon. Oh, misfires. Luckily it's forged as well. So 4, so it's going to miss the Necromancer, but it's going to land pretty much 6 inches in front of, yeah, you got it, in front of the back of his base. And then 8 inches go right through him. No lookouts here because there's no guys left. So on a 2+ I hit the vampire, or wound him rather, I do. D6 wounds, he dies. Alright, so highly successful shooting phase for the Dwarves this turn, managing to wipe out that unit of Direwolves, wipe out the Black Knights, and also get the vampire character in there. 2 wounds left on the White King. We are now done shooting, so that was all my shooting phase. Moving on to combat. Let's see what I can do to beat up these guys. I'm pretty sure they have a higher initiative than me, though.
Oh, crap. No, I'm not sure.
And I do have to get through 15 wounds, which is a lot.
Initiative 1.
Oh, I go
You have always
first!
strikes last in contact with them.
I have always strikes last? Okay, so you're initiative 1, but I have always strikes last. So you will get to hit me first.
Yeah, with a whole bunch of crazy swarm attacks. We got, what do you got, 5 apiece?
5 apiece. So 15 attacks. Let's make my fear test, though, because I don't want to rob you. Initiative 9, I'm good.
Okay, my weapon skill on these guys is an amazing 3.
Alright, so hit on 4s. That's not too bad. Now their strength, I believe, is not super high.
I believe it's 2.
Yeah, so you have 6s to wound. So just get that roll again, because that's an awesome roll. There's 2.
I'll take them.
Alright, so I need 4+ armor saves. I make 1, and I have a 6+ parry, which I fail. So I'm going to lose a Dwarf Warrior. Alright, so I have 10 attacks from regular Dwarves, because I have a champion. And they're going to hit on 3s, because their weapon skill 4. And they are strength 4 in the charge, which is nice. I think your toughness is pretty low. Is it 2?
Toughness is 2, yeah.
Alright, so 2s to wounds. So I'm going to cause 6 wounds there, which will take away a stand. And put a wound on 1.
You're down to 4.
And then I've got 2 attacks from my Runesmith. 1 of which hits, and wounds on a 2 as well. Nope, no wounds, so no wounds from the Runesmith. So, let's count the combat. Alright, so the combat res is, I got 6 wounds, 7, 8, 9 for my ranks, 10 for my banner, 11 for my charge. He caused 1, so that goes into 10 additional wounds onto this 9 wound unit, and that's going to destroy them. So I'll overrun this turn, straight ahead. I'll go 10 inches, which means I will hit this unit and move in. Now we can't maximize until the first round of combat's over. Thinking. So here we go, turn 3 vampire counts. So I had a pretty successful turn 3. Managing to get rid of those knights was a big thing, but he's still got the Black Knight, or sorry, the Grave Guards into play, and they're pretty awesome. Let's see where the combat goes over here. These guys are kind of out on a limb, meaning they're going to be fighting a whole bunch of ghouls, and the combat will maximize the end of the round. I could maybe, if he gets a really lucky fail charge and gets them out of the way, or charges into my unit, get charged by the zombies as well, but I don't know if he wants his level 4 in combat with my Runesmith. My Runesmith does have a great weapon. I am the kind of mage that brings great weapons to a mage fight.
Well,
what do you think?
I actually don't know what I'm going to do. Well, let's see how kind of charge I got here. This is 14, so I need a 10. This is
15-ish.
So I need an 11. I'm not going to go there. I don't want to weather your shooting again.
Nope. No, weathering dwarf shooting sucks.
Well, I am. What I am going to do is, I don't know. Okay, give me a second.
All right, Steve is tapped out and he wants to phone a friend.
All right, I worked something out. Small chance of working, but if it goes off, we'll see. It might go pretty well in my favor.
All right, so any charges?
No charges.
All right, remaining moves.
But, perfect. I'm going to march this unit forward.
Most everything's in Heimlich's 12-inch march range bubble now, which is good.
Eric's going to march out of this unit and join this one when she reaches. Actually, I gotta look up a rule. Once he reaches the unit, does he move to the front?
He should be placed in the front, yes. But he can't be placed anywhere outside of his maximum movement.
Then he's stay on the edges then. How's that? That's not even legal.
I think so. Let's check. So he does go regardless of distance to the front rank. Just the other unit that was joined couldn't move any further this turn if it hadn't already. And the Zambies can then shuffle forward as well.
Yep, they are going to go like so. That's definitely about 8 inches.
Mm-hmm.
8 so right there, so I want you to stop right around there. I'll march that way. Oops. And then be joined by this guy.
All right, so the Cav guy joining, which will then pull these ranks down and down. All right, so there's all your moves.
That's all my moves.
All right, so let's see the winds of magic.
Really good magic phase right here.
This is what you need?
This is what it is.
This is what it is? It's not so bad. I mean, it could be worse.
Okay.
It could be worse.
Well, I got a couple of channels.
Yep, a couple channels.
I'll take
So
one.
far 7 for Steve. Sorry, 6 for Steve. Let's see if I steal one of his though. I do, so you get 6 now. I've got 4, and I have 2 channels, and I get none. Although it does add up to 6. So I have 4 dice to your 6.
I'm 6 dicing.
Sorry, I have 5 dice because I stole one of yours. To your 6.
I'm 6 dicing the large bubble of the macabre.
All right, so you're really hoping.
I need this to go off.
Yeah, you're really hoping for a irresistible here. Because if you don't get it,
Here's a couple of
just gonna
6s. I
dispel
need
them.
these 6s.
and it does irresistible, so he's gonna miscast. But first, everything goes
resolve.
off.
So everybody's gonna move 8 inches and forward, and I rerolled the hit.
Does that put you in combat?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just the thing. So you're gonna get in combat with them. So now you're not gonna maximize because it's not actually a charge. It's just an 8-inch move straight forward. So Steve is now hyperventilating because he didn't read the part about Van Hel's Dance Macabre that the 8-inch move is a normal move made during the remaining move subphase. It's not an actual charge move. So these guys are all going to end up an inch away from me. So obeying the normal move section in the Warhammer rulebook, all these units are an inch away from my models because they can't come within an inch during a normal move in the remaining moves phase. So Steve kind of forgot what edition of Vampire Counts he was playing, and yeah.
I was all betting off that charge.
Anyway, it did kind of reduce what I can shoot at next turn, which is good for him. So any other magic?
Oh wait, there's more.
Oh, there's more.
I have stuff that's miscast.
Well, you do have some miscast. That's right. Let's see if you explode. Don't roll. It's 2 dice.
I know.
Roll high. 8. So I think that's just you take a strength 6 hit. And lose d6 magic dice. Yeah. 2's to wound. So take a wound. And then immediately... Oh no, because it's the get a wound back, then take a wound. So
Yep.
he takes the wound afterwards. In addition, this fellow right here will also take a strength 6 hit. Nope, he's not wounded. He's good. All right, so there it is. He'd lose d6 power dice as well if he had any, but he doesn't. So we're going to move on to shooting. Do you have any shooting?
Nope.
So combat it is.
Combat it is. What's your initiative? I think you're 2. Right?
2, that's right.
I'm a little higher.
All right, so 9 attacks.
From the ghouls here.
Yeah, there's going to be, well, sorry, it's...
2 attacks each.
Yeah, that's right, 6 and 3. You
Yeah.
got it. So 9. Hitting on 4s. I should make a fear test for you first, though. And I pass. So 4's to hit.
So we
1
got
poison.
1 wound.
And 5's to wound. Whoa, 3 wounds. All right, so 4 pluses. I make 2 and a 6+ parry. Nope, so I'm going to lose a dwarf. So I've got 6 guys fighting, one of which is a champion, so it's going to be 7 attacks.
How many have I missed? At least 4 attacks.
Oh, you hate me? Oh, that's right, you reroll, that's right.
There's another 2 wounds.
Alright.
Wounding, 2 more saves.
2 more saves. And I pass 1, and I don't parry another, so I lose 2 guys. Alright, so now my 6 attacks. 7 because I have a champion. Hit on 3s. Forgot about his Van Hells there. Only 2 hits. Strength 4 on the charge, though. So 1 wound, I managed to kill 1. Alright, so at the end of the combat, I have 1 casualty, 2 ranks for 3, a banner for 4, and a charge for 5. And Steve has 2 kills and 2 ranks, which means I lose by 1. Or sorry, I win by 1. So you're going to have 1 crumble. 1 more wound. As I'm on the winning side, we then reform to maximize. So we'll end up like so. Alright, so there we are at the end of turn 3. We're going to start turn 4 right now. Turn 4 on the big turn dice. And yeah, let's see what I can do. Do I want to declare any charges? That's kind of the question here. I don't think I do, to be honest with you, because if you charge me or if I charge you, I'm going to get a round of uncontested shooting if I don't charge. So I'm already in combat over here. I'm kind of happy to organ gun some dudes in the face before I actually get charged. So yeah, we're going to stand still. And the nice thing about Dwarf Crafted is I ignore any penalties for standing and shooting. So even though you're super close to me, I can still stand and shoot. It's not quite quick to fire, but it's almost as good. So let's see what we can see as far as shooting this turn. I misspoke there. I don't actually get to stand and shoot, but if I sit here and shoot you, it will be like I got to stand and shoot, so I'm going to do that instead. Alright, so with no remaining moves and no magic phase, because there's no remains in play spells in play, we're going to go right on to shooting. And we're going to start with this here organ gun, and it's going to fire directly into this unit of Graveguard. So the first one, 6 shots, second one, 6 shots is 12 shots. We're in close range now, so we're going to hit on 3. Alright, so point blank organ gun right here, hitting on 3s, 12 shots, take away the 1s and 2s. It's not terrible for you. I flipped that one over, that was a hit. And 3s to wound, toughness 4. Whoa, not so bad at all. Only 3 at -3, so I don't think you get any kind of save.
Oh, that rank.
That's right. But that does enough to take off a rank, which makes me happy. Alright, over here the Thunderers rather, are going to take shots into the unit of skeletons, mass unit of skeletons. I've got 11 shots there. So there's 6 and 5 is 11. Hitting on 3s. Sorry, hitting on 4s rather. Dwarf Crafted is not as good as it was, but hey, that makes up for my organ gun there. That's tons of hits. Wounding on 3s against the skeletons. So there is 3, 6, 7, -2 armor save wounds on the skeletons.
You only have light armor and shields.
So no saves from them. Second organ gun, it's going to fire into this unit of skeletons as well. It's going to get 8, this is the forged one. And 2 is 10, hitting on 3s because of their accuracy. So there is 6, 2 more, hitting on 3s. That's pretty good, 6 hits, and it's going to wound on 2s. So there is 6 more dead skeletons. Alright, the cannon's going to fire. It's going to fire 6 inches from the side of this guy's base, so it's probably going to start like around here. So let's see where I land. There. And then we're going to go... Oh, good thing I'm forged. 6 inches. So we're only going to land on 1 skeleton. And then we're going to bounce in a straight line. 6 more inches. So through the Graveguard. So 6 inches through the Graveguards. And then we're going to go like so. So right there. I'll hit, what, 3 more guys? 6 inches from there, should land about there. So 3 more Graveguard and 1 skeleton. So the 1 skeleton is squashed, and the 3 Graveguards, 1 squashed. Alright, so that ends my shooting phase. Obviously no panic test because these guys are all undeads. So we're going to do some combat. I do kind of no longer charging over here, which means you go first, but Van Hells has gone away, so the round's over. So you've got, it looks like 10 and 5 is 15 attacks. Hitting on 4s. Let me give you a fear test, just to make sure I'm not cheating you. 9, I'm good, just. So 4s to hit. There's some poisons, 3 poisons. And then 3 more hits. 5s to wound, 1 more wound. So 4 wounds, 4s to save, and then 6 plus parries. Nope, if 5s were parries, that'd be really good. So I'm gonna lose 3 more guys. And then back at you. I've got 10 attacks from regular dwarves. One of whom's obviously a champion. Hitting on 3s, because you're only up in skill 3. Well, you made us mad now. And then we're wounding on 5s, and there's no armor saves. So there's 4 dead ghoulies. The runesmith, hitting on 3s, hits twice, strength 6, he's going to wound on 2s. So there's 2 more dead. Alright, so into the combats. I've got 6 injuries, 2 ranks, and a banner for 9. He's got 3 wounds and a rank for 4. She's going to lose by 5. That's 5 more dead ghouls from the crumbling. Turn 4 for you, sir.
So, obviously everything's in charge, because why not?
Because why not, that's
Why
right.
not?
Now,
So,
where are we charging first?
oh, we try the skeletons into, or try the zombies into the side of these guys.
Alright, so zombies going into the flank of the dwarves.
Roll.
Roll anything. Hey, look, you rolled anything. So they're going to go straight aheads and then wheel.
These guys up here will roll anything.
Alright, I can't stand to shoot because you're within your base movement range.
And these guys, well, I guess I'll roll.
You do have to try and maximize them. There you go. 1 inch.
So this can get funny.
Well, you're going to go wheel to here because that's how you're going to maximize right now. And then you're going to go in. So what's going to end up happening is these 2 and this corner guy will be in base to base. Along with, because you only got 1 inch to move, along with the knight. Alright, so magic phase. This is important for you, obviously. 7 dice. I'm going to get 4. Do I steal one of yours? I do not. And then let's see if I can channel 2. I get 1, so I'm going to have 5.
Am I channeling? Nothing.
Alright, so you've got 7 to my 5.
Okay.
What would you like to cast first?
One dicing invocation to heck with that guy, so I need. I'm gonna 2 dice it.
Okay, just in
I
case
need
you
a
roll
4.
1 or 2, yeah.
Yep. I get it.
So that's going to be 4,
That's a
5, 6, 7. That's going to invocate on the Graveguard. So he could get back up to 8 guys here. I think I'm going to burn 2 dice on it. I do. That's an 8.
What I'm gonna do now. How many dice you got left?
I've got 3 dice left.
3 in a scroll.
2 scrolls. One of which destroys your spell permanently.
Yeah. I'm gonna 5 dice invocation with my necromancer there. My level 4.
Okay, level 4, 5 dicing it. Hoping for the big one.
Uh,
Alright, so I'm just going to scroll that.
yeah.
Anything else?
That's it. That's all I got.
Alright, so no shooting. Let's move on to combat. Which one do you want to do first?
Let's do this one first.
Okie doke. So your Ghoulies going to get to go first, then my dwarves, then your zombies.
Oh, that's too many.
So you've got 10, 11,
10.
12.
So we'll do that
Right,
first.
fear. I'm good. Hit on 4s. 1 poison. And then wounding on 5s. That's
Oh.
nice. So 5 total. So 5 4+ saves for armor. And then 3 parries. I get 1. So I'm going to lose 2 dwarves. Alright, so then my dwarves get to go, and then your zombies. So I'm going to have... Now it's lower toughness. So I'm going to have 8 dwarves, including the champion, attack the ghouls. So that's going to be 9 dice. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hitting on 3s. Ooh, not so great. And then wounding on 5s. So there's 2 wounds. I'm going to have the 2 dwarves on the side here attack the zombies, hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Toughness 3 now, so 4 is to wound. 2 dead, so 2 dead zombies. And I will have the runesmith attack the ghouls. 2 attacks, hitting on 3s. 1 hit, wounding on 2s, so 1 dead. And there we have it. So the zombies get to go now. It looks like you're going to have 8 fighting. Because you couldn't wheel into that other unit, which means you couldn't quite maximize with your charge move. What's your weapon skill?
Oh, that's a crappy hit.
Alright, so weapon skill 1, they're going to hit on 5s. Not too bad. Strength?
3.
Wounding on 5s. Alright, so I'm going to get no wounds from that. So let's count the combat. Alright, so the end of the combat. Although my dwarves did a valiant effort to try and kill these guys, I've lost by a significant amount. So he's got 2 kills. He's got 3, 4, 5 for ranks, 6 for a banner, 7 for a charge, 8 for a flank. To my 5 kills and 6 for my flag, because I'm disrupted right now. I'm not going to get my rank bonus. So I'm going to lose by 2. Not terrible for dwarf standards. It means my leadership goes down to 7. Let's see if I can fight them off. And I do. So I'm going to make a leadership test now to try and reform, which I pass. So I'm going to turn my units and face them this way. It's going to get rid of the disruption at least, and mean that while I will have ghoulies fight me in the flank, it won't be as bad as having 1,000 ranks fighting in the back. Alright, so we're doing the Ironbreakers against the charging Gravegarden Knights. It's a bit hard to place the unit right now, but there are 2 and 2, so corner to corner there'll be 6 and 6. Actually a little bit more for me because of the Knight. So that's going to give you a Necromancer and then 5 Graveguard, one of whom's a champion.
Yep.
So what's your initiative?
My initiative, on them.
Mine's 2.
Yeah, you're always 2, aren't you?
Yeah.
Initiative's 3.
Alright.
So,
I'm going to have my Runesmith make way, so that he's in base to base with your dude band guy.
well, I'm gonna challenge with my Wraith Knight. Or sorry, my White King.
With your White King, well, except with my champion. They're already base to base.
Okay. White King, I believe, is higher. I'm trying to find his stats. Where are you, White King? Where are you?
So initiative 4 on the White King. I'm weapon skill 5.
I'm up skill 4.
So you can hit me on 4s.
That unit has the +1 to hit.
Okay, well, I'm going to make my fear test before I do anything else.
You're no
And I pass. Oh, that's right, I caused fear right now because of the fear woods. Isn't that nice?
Yeah. So, White King's your champion on 4.
On 4, well, +1 to hit banner, so 3s.
No, he's hitting off. I'm weapon skill. Yes, so 3.
So 3s, yes. So 1 hit.
Wow.
And
Strength 6.
I'm toughness 4, so 2s.
There's one.
Alright. So now I have Grommer Armor and a Shield, which gives me a 3+ save. So strength 6, I'm going to go down to 6+, which I fail.
No word save.
I get a word save?
Other trickster shard on that Necromancer there.
Okay. Well, I'm not technically base to base with him right now, I think, because I'm in a challenge. Oh, the unit will get it, though. That's right. So other tricksters, do I get it, or do I not? Do I re-roll it? I think I re-roll it, not that I don't get it. So I have a 5+ word save because you charge me right now with my Ironbreaker champion, which I pass, but I have to re-roll it because of the other trickster shard, even though I'm not technically base to base with him. No, so I fail it. So I'm going to lose my champion, and he'll take a wound. Alright, so the horse tack is initiative 3. I'm already dead, so you won't get to make the horse tack and get to mangle my corpse. So who's next?
Let's see the.
Anyone else initiative 4?
Checking the vampire or the Necromancer itself is initiative 3, so no.
Okay.
He'll just attack then.
Okay.
His weapon skill is amazing 3. He misses. Now the how many are in base contact though?
With the Necromancer, so there's 2 guys in base contact, including Necromancer. So the guy behind him will get to fight, and then the 4 guys to the right of him will get to fight too.
4,
to the left of him, sorry.
5, 6.
Yeah, and I think one's the champion, so that's 7. And they're initiative 3?
They are initiative 3.
Alright, so they're going to go before. So with a weapon skill of 5, the Graveguard will be hitting on 3s with their +1 to hit banner.
Not bad.
Alright, so 4 hits.
Strength 4.
Okay.
1 killing blow and 1 wound.
Alright, so strength 4, that's -1 on my save. I'm going to get a 4+ save. I make it. And then the killing blow, I need a 5+ parry, which I fail. So that's going to cause 2 more injuries at the end of this. Of course, my dude man guys here now are all kinds of messed up, but I've got 2, 4 that can fight, 5, 6 actually, because you're no longer in a challenge because you've killed a guy. So 7 total. And there's a champion there, so 8 attacks. Hitting on 3s, weapon skill 5. Just going to direct these into basic Graveguard. Actually, sorry, a couple of them are going to have to hit that banner bear. So it looks like... Yeah, it looks like these guys don't get to choose. Oh, no, sorry, these guys can choose to put them into the unit. Because they're technically, even though the movement tray is there, they're technically corner to corner right now with the unit. So these 2 guys are going to have to put them into the banner bearer. So that's 6 and 7 for the champion. That will go into the unit. 6, 7, hitting on 3s. All right, and then wounding on 4s for strength 4. So there's 1 wound, but it's -2 to your armor save because I do have Forge Flame in the unit because of the Runesmith.
So he's up to 6+ save.
All right.
And his parry.
Yep. Nope. So you're gonna lose 1 Graveguard guy there. Now there's 1 more Ironbreaker that's to attack the BSB, the White King. He's gonna hit on a 3 because your weapon skill 4, and he misses. And then there's the Runesmith, also hitting on a 3 against the Banos Bannerbearer. And hit twice. He hated you too because of my Ancestral Grudge. And your toughness 4, so I went on 2s.
Were you hitting?
Your BSB.
He's toughness 5.
Your toughness 5?
Yeah.
Okay, so I only wound once then. And that's -4 to your armor save because of Forge Flame.
5+.
5+. Nope. So take a wound. He has 1 left.
Nope, I won.
Alright, so the end of combat. Steve's got 3 casualties. He's got 2 ranks. So that's 5. He's got a banner and a battle standard bearer for 6 and 7. He's got a charge for 8. I've got 2 wounds, a banner, a war banner, because I bought the magical war banner for them. So it's a rune of, does the same thing as a war banner. Rune of battle, I think it's called. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for my 2 ranks. So I'm going to lose by 2. My leadership of 10 for my general goes down to 8. So re-rolling, and I pass. So we're going to remain in combat, and we're going to maximize now. So path of least resistance, I'm going to go over here. We're just going to say that they're maximized because it's just going to be a pain to get them through the woods. So yeah, we weren't sure how that works. When does the challenge end? Because he killed his challenger, the BSB did, during the initiative step of initiative 4. So once the initiative 2 step, actually the always strikes last step even came around for my Runesmith and this 1 Ironbreaker, that challenge was over. That guy was dead. So we were back being in base to base with him. We're pretty sure. If anybody has an exact description or can go through the comments and tell us exactly how that works, that'd be awesome.
I like page numbers too, if possible.
Page numbers too, if possible.
For me.
Steve likes to read. So anyway, there's our one, like, we're not entirely sure how this works. Maybe it's an FAQ. Maybe you guys know. So fill us in if you do. All right, so here we have the last combat of the round. There's a Death Shroud on the level 4 Necromancer. So the guys in base to base, which will be the BSB and these 2 Thunderers, are going to have Always Strike last, and they're going to lose their strength bonuses from anything that they had, so no great weapons or whatever. And then, yeah, I think that's it.
That's it.
That's it? Okay, great. So what's your initiative?
3 across the board for everything over there.
3 across the board. Well, I'm initiative 4, but I've Always Strikes last on my BSB now. So he's not going to get to attack you until afterwards. So everybody else initiative 2. So I think you're going to get your 10 skeleton attacks before anything else.
I'll go with my Necromancer as well, same weapon skill and strength, so it's 11 attacks.
Okay, 11 attacks.
There we go. Hit you on 4s?
Hitting me on 4s.
Not so good.
Alright, and I'm toughness 4, so hitting me on 5s. There's 1 wound. Alright, so I have a 4+ armor save, heavy armored shield. And I make it. So no wounds from the skeletons. Alright, so we're going to deal with the guys that are in base contact right now. Not the supporting attacks, because they're not technically in base contact. So these 3 guys, they're going to attack your lord, because why wouldn't they? So the Battle Standard Bearer has 3 attacks. His weapon skill 6. What's your weapon skill?
3.
Oh, sorry. They have Always Strikes last. I should deal with the initiative 2 and 3 stuff first. Actually, my shield bearers are going to go before everybody else on my lord. Those barrels are going to get up and attack you. I just imagine it's him stumbling around and bashing into things. Weapon skill 5, so hit on 3s. 2 hits. And then strength 4, so hit a wound on 3s. So 1 wound at -1 into the skeletons. So you're going to get a
6+.
You got it.
Yep, that's good.
And you're good. All right, so you save that one. Then initiative 2 step, my dwarves. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're actually initiative 2, 7, 8, 9 for these supporting guys, because they're not technically in base contact. And they're going to go into skeletons as well. So that's 6, 7, 8, and a 9. Now they're also weapon skill 4, so hitting on 3s. And that's 4 hits, wounding on 4s. There's 1 more save. 5+, just strength 3. You're good. Whoa! No damage getting done here. And then my Always Strikes last guys, which are these 2 dwarves. They'll both go into your general, because why wouldn't they? Weapon skill 3, so I'm going to hit you on 3s, I believe.
Yep.
2 hits. Toughness?
4.
5s to wound. 1 wound.
I have a 6+ save.
Nope, so he takes 1 more wound. He's got 1 left.
You got 1 left.
And my Battle Standard Bearer, he's got 3 attacks, weapon skill 6, so he's going to hit you on 3s as well. And he hated you, but that didn't matter. And then he's only strength 4, so he's going to wound you on 4s. 1 wound. 6 plus ward or 6 plus save?
6 plus save.
Then you're dead, because that's -1. So there goes your general.
And that's all I had on him, apparently.
Okay, so bye-bye Heimlich. Heimlich is dead. Long live Heimlich. And then my Lord's great weapon attacks into the unit. He's got 4 attacks.
Attack, I gotta blow up.
Oh, he explodes, okay. So the general's death takes effect at the end of the phase, so my Lord's great weapon attacks, hitting on 3s. They hit 3 times, and winning on 2s. So there's 3 strength 6 hits, that's just going to kill 3 more skeletons. Alright, so I managed to cause 5 wounds in the combat. I have 6, 7 points for my rank, 8 for my flag, 9 for my BSB. So there will be no wounds, but a flag and a rank left in the skeleton unit, meaning I win by 7. That's going to bring them down to 4 guys. And now the phase ends, and we will resolve the death of the general. Alright, so when the army crumbles at the end of the phase, every unit immediately has to take a leadership test, and what they fail by is the number of wounds they take. So we'll start with the ghouls here. Leadership 5. So 1 wound, so they'll take a ghoul casualty. The zombies are leadership 2. This will probably not be spectacular for them, so they're going to take 5 casualties. And believe it or not, this may look bad for Steve, but I've actually seen Vampire Count's armies win after the general dies, so...
Oh, yeah, I mean, nothing I can do with this army.
Over here, leadership 3. So that unit's just going to explode. They're gone. And then the White King's in this unit, and he's leadership 9, so leadership test for them. Probably fine. That's a 7, so they're good. Alright, so now we're at the start of turn 5, which is my next turn. And what's happened now is the Necromancers basically assumed the duties of holding the army together. So if there's nobody left with Lord of the Vampire on the table, you're going to go back to crumbling. But right now he's crumbled once, and we're sticking where we are for casualties. So I have some choices to make. This unit right here may be able to fight its way out from the zombies. We're going to have to kill those ghouls to get rid of that flank bonus. But we do have our ranks back. This unit over here probably needs to charge them in the flank. I think that's my best bet right now, to get these guys safe and make sure they're okay. I was going to leave my war machines with nothing to do. And obviously my war machines don't like spending a turn not shooting. But at this point, I don't really have a choice. Everything's in combat. His guys don't flee. They're all tar pits. So I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. So top of turn 5, 2 turns left in the game. These rope warriors going to charge this unit of grave guards. I'm about 3.5 inches away, so I really need to roll anything. I roll anything, and we're going to go into the flank. So we're going to wheel like so that we're straight up in alignment. I have to miss my own organ gun. We're going to hit corner to corner, and then we're going to maximize like that. Don't have any remaining moves because these war machines are pretty happy where they are, and there's really no sense in me going anywhere. And I think the only thing that's going to happen is that my Dwarf Lord's going to try and make way as soon as the combat starts. So we're going to do this combat over here first. I have a magic phase. That's worth talking about. There's no shooting phase. So let's start over here. Your ghoulies go first. You get 6 attacks. 6 attacks in on 4s. So 1 poison and 3 hits. They're going to wound on 5s. No wounds. Alright, so 1 4+ save. No, I will lose a dwarf. Now your zombies, I believe, are faster than me. Initiative 1 or initiative 3?
Oh, my initiative's always check last.
Always check. Oh, that's right, okay. So your initiative not good.
Initiative crap.
Gotcha.
Always check last.
So we're going to put... I do make a fear test, that's right.
I never know. This will be the one.
I'm good, I'm 9. So I'm going to make my 11 basic attacks into the front, into the zombies, because they have a lower toughness, so why wouldn't I? Sorry, 10 basic attacks, I forgot about the Runesmith. So they're going to go in, and actually the leadership 10, I think, because the Runesmith, I think, is leadership 10. Or maybe that's Thane's, I can't remember. But yeah, at least leadership 9. So hitting on 3s, regular warriors. And wounding on 4s against those zombies. And yes, I'm saying zombies. I know it's zombies.
It's zombies.
It's zombies. Can you get them zombies? Alright, so here we go, 4 dead zombies. Or zombies. I've got 1 guy fighting in the flank against those ghouls, hitting on a 4, sorry, 3 rather. And then winning on a 5. No, he's going to kill a ghoul. Not too shabby. And then my Runesmith. He's got 2 attacks with his great weapon, 1 of which hits. And squashes a guy, so 1 more dead zombie. Alright, so at the end of that combat, you've still got a flank and a wound, and then you've got 2 ranks and a banner. So that's going to put you at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 kills, a rank and a flag. It puts me at 7, losing by 2, which is just enough to clear off these 2 and kill 2 more zombies. Alright, so combat over here. I'm going to have these 2 Thunderers make way. I'm not going to shoot any challenges, no.
I have my Seneschal challenge.
Your Seneschal, so your champion in the unit of dudes. Okay, well my Thunderer champion will accept that.
Okay.
And he's going to move, whoops, over to here then, to go fight you corner to corner. Alright, so the initiative 4 step, both the White King over here and my BSB, it's a BSB fight, get to go first. So we'll do yours first.
Okay.
You're just going to go into the unit.
Hitting on 3s.
Okay. Hitting, yeah, sorry, because you get the +1 hit banner.
And strength 4 now, so winning on 4s. No wounds.
So no wounds. Alright, so my BSB, he is initiative 4 because I gave him a thing of striking. Like +1 initiative. I had 5 points to spend. Apparently it's actually coming in handy. Hit on 3s, and he's strength 4, so winning on 4s, 2 wounds. So 2 5+ saves, and no parries because I'm in your flank. Whoa! Not that it mattered. Boxcars. So no wounds from him. So now initiative 3 step. That's the remainder of this unit and my shield bearers, I believe.
Oh, my Seneschal will go first against your shield bearer.
Sure. There you go. Seneschal. 2 attacks. Hitting on 3s because of the banner. And wounding on a 4. No wound. Alright, so during the initiative 2 step I'll fight back, but
okay.
Rest of initiative 3.
My Necromancer, I guess. Why not? Doesn't hit.
Okay. I have my initiative 3 shield bearers, both of whom hits, and both of whom wound, but at -1, so 5+ saves in your flank there. 1, and there's no parries obviously because it's a flank. All right. So initiative 2 step. That'll be the rest of my dwarves.
No, my guys.
And your guys, yes.
I'm initiative 3.
Oh, you're initiative 3. All right. So you've got minus your Seneschal. You should have 3 that can fight over here if you want them to. One of whom would be your Seneschal, so it'd be 2.
No, I'm going to put the rest of my attacks forward that I can. I'll put the 1 attack here onto this unit, and then the rest will go forward.
Okay, so it'd be 9 with the Seneschal not fighting.
Okay.
Well, this guy is your Seneschal right now, because he has to be in base to base with my dude. So nobody's going to fight this unit.
Oh, I got you.
And you'll have 10 fighting.
Oh, you said to do this unit.
Yeah, except with them, because you already killed this champion.
Okay.
Alright, so there you go. 10 attacks straight ahead. Hit on 3s.
1 more attack there.
Yep, because your Seneschal is not fighting now. And forced wound.
2 killing blows.
So 2 killing blows, which is just ward saves. And they're dead. And then 3 regular saves of 3+. Sorry, 4+ rather. And then my 6+ parry. No, so I'm going to lose 4 guys total in this unit. Horsey attack from over here. That'll hit.
There's a 4.
Okay. So now my initiative 2 attacks. I'm going to have 9 regular attacks on these guys, so the champion's dead in this unit. So 9 attacks going straight ahead into that unit of Graveguard. That's 6, 7, 8, 9. Hitting on 3s, weapons go 5. And then it's 5 hits. Wounding on 4s, strength 4. So there's 3 saves, sorry. And you need 5s, and you need 6s to parry. Nope, so he knows 1. The Runesmith and his great weapon is going to attack your White King. He's going to hit on 3s. And he's going to wound on 3s, he's strength 6, and he wounds, -4 to your save. He's got the Hearthguard thingy thing.
Oh, perfect.
Alright. Oh, and actually, I forgot, they're armor piercing as well. So I think you rolled 6s though, so it didn't matter.
So are my guys.
That's okay. You're just making word saves anyway. But you make your save there for the White King. Alright, so over in this side, I've got my Lord fighting. He's initiative, goes last actually. Sorry, so I need to do the regular warriors first, of which there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and my guy in the challenge. So in the challenge, attacking your white dude, hitting on a 4. There's 2. Actually, hit on 3s rather. And I went on 5s. There's no wounds at all. Oh, they charged. I went on 4s actually. I forgot I'm strength 4 right now because I'm resolute. So 2 wounds against your white champion in the challenge. Just -1 to your save, so 5s. You're good. Wow, we're dropping rocks for armor saves over here. 3 regular Dwarf Warriors into the unit, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 4s because they're resolute. No wounds. And that'll leave me at, we're done initiative 2, my always strikes last Lord with his great weapon, hitting on 3s. And wounding on 2s, no saves this time because I'm on your flank. So 1 wound, 1 dead guy. No parries because it's in the flank. Alright, so let's count the combat. You've got 4 wounds, a flag, which is also BSB. So that's going to give you, that's both. I'm just counting it twice.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, so it's 6 total. I've got 3, 4, 5 for my ranks, 5 for my banner, 6 for my war banner, 7 for my BSB, 8 for a flank, 9 because I charged. So to your 6, I'm going to win by 3.
Count my rank?
You don't have a rank because you disrupted.
Oh, I'm disrupted, yeah.
That's right. So you're going to lose by 3, so 3 more guys crumble. At the end of the combat, we're going to maximize by sliding over, and that will keep the challenge ongoing between my champion and your White Lord. White King, White whatever it's called. Alright, so turn 5 undead. There is no charges. There is no shooting.
Right into the magic phase.
Roll wins of magic right now. That's right. So what do we got? Big numbers for you. 7. It's a perfect roll for me. Do I steal one of yours? I do. So you have 6 and I have 7. And then 2 channels for me, 2 channels for you. Actually, sorry, 1 channel. Nope, and 2 channels for me. No. So you have 6 to my 7. Typical dwarves, I got more spell dice and you got power dice.
I'm going to 3 dice raise dead right now. I don't know if it's going to help or not.
Okay, let's see what gets done. So that's going to be a 13. So it goes off. I'm going to scroll it. And on a 4+, that spell is destroyed. Nope, but it's scrolled.
Okay. And I'm going to 3 dice invocation of heck. Does 12.
Alright, so I'm going to use 7 dice. And I do to dispel it. It's gone. Good combat.
Just do this one up.
Zambies. Alright, what's their initiative?
Always your glass.
Always your glass, that's right. So I've got 10 attacks from regular dwarves at initiative 2, and then my great weapon from my character. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10. Hitting on 3s. And wounding on 4s. Not a bad start. So I'll kill 4 zombies with that round of attacks from the Ks. And then I've got my always strike last guy, which I'll just do now because it's not going to impact your number of attacks. And he misses completely. So you've got 9 attacks back. 10 if you have a champion.
Nope.
No, okay. So 9 zombie attacks. Weapon skill.
3.
Hit on 4s.
Or 1.
1. Hit on 5s. Brains.
Bad.
Winning on 5s.
Nothing. So there's 4 more. 5.
Well, you've got
6 more.
4, you've got no wounds, but you've got a flag. So you've got 1. I've got 4 wounds, a rank, and a flag. So that's 6. So you're going to lose 5 more. Alright, so no challenges in the last combat of the round because they are ongoing currently with the champion from the Whites, or from the Graveyard, sorry, fighting my Thunderer champion. So initiative 4 step, that will be your BSB.
BSB. Hitting on 3s onto the Iron Breakers. And wounding on 4s.
That's right. 2 killing blows. Uh-oh. Need 6s to save. I get 1. So I'm going to lose 1 Iron Breaker. I'm not in base to base with your... Oh, I guess I would be, yeah. No, I make it anyway.
Hey.
So I save 1 and he dies. My initiative 4 step will be from my BSB over here. He's going to attack a regular bunch of whites, hitting on 3s. Root of Speed's coming in super handy. 4s to wound. 1 wound at -1. Nope, so you don't lose another one. Alright, so down to initiative 3 step. That will be my shield bearers and all your guys.
I'll do my Seneschal first on your...
Okay, and the challenge. Hitting on 3s. Winning on 4s. Ooh, 1 killing blow. Do I parry it? I don't. Alright, so he's going to die. I should make my save, though, to see if he gives you extra combat res. Which I fail, and parry for that one. Nope. So he's worth 2 wounds to you. You make an example out of him.
Yay. Okay, you see on me on the left. I'll just do my Necromancer.
Okay, he's initiative 3, hitting on 4s.
Winning on 5s.
No wounds. And then the rest of the unit, where do you want to fight?
All 4 towards the Iron Breakers.
Alright, so the whole unit, that will be, looks like 8 guys. Oh, sorry, 1's the champion, so 7 guys. Yeah. Yep, so 7 guys fighting the Iron Breakers. Hitting on 3s. And then wounding on 4s.
Give me those 6s again.
No. So 2 wounds though. So -1 to my save. That's going to give me a 4+. So neither of those. And then I've got my 6s to parry. 1. Well, you can't tell if he was in base to base or not. It's only models in base to base.
It's the unit. It's the.
I thought it said models in base to base, not units in base to base.
This is the electric sword.
Yeah, it's models, not units.
Is it?
So losing 1 more because it is just models in base to base, and we can't tell where those came from. We should definitely do it differently next time to make sure that you get that reroll. And that's 2 dead Ironbreakers. And we're going to do my initiative 3 attacks, which is my 2 shield bearers. Hitting on 3s, weapons skill 5, they miss. And that's all my initiative 3. So down to initiative 2. You get anybody who's initiative 2?
No.
Okay. So I've got 9 actually. Ironbreaker attacks, so the champion that unit's dead. So there's 7, 8, and 1 more is 9. Hitting on 3s. And then wounding on 4s. These are -2 to your save. Alright, so -2. Right, do you have Forge Fire in there? 6s, and then parries. Nope, so I kill 1 of the Graveguard that way. My regular dwarves fighting in the flank here. I'm going to have 1, 2, 3 of them, 4 of them, 5 of them. They're in on 3s. They're not charging anymore though, so they win on 5s. 2 wounds, just regular armor saves, 4+, but no parries. And you're fine. Alright, so my ally strikes last. I have 2 attacks from what's his face here? My Runesmith. They're both going to go into your BSB once again. Hitting on 3s. Weapon skill 5. Actually, what's your weapon skill? So it's 4, isn't it? Yeah, so I do hit on 3s.
Yeah.
And then wounding on 3s. 1 wound. -4. Alright, 6 to save because of Forge Fire. Nope. It was just 1 save though.
Oh, was it one?
Yeah, but it's okay. Make 1. Make it again.
Oh, I fell.
No, make it again. I'm making you make it again. You're good. Okay, so he's dead. And I managed to get him as a wound. The reason I did that was he's actually worth more to me right now in combat res. So even though I was pretty sure I was only going to cause 1 wound, I only needed to cause 1, and pulling the BSB out of there counts as 2 for combat res for me because it's a -1 to him. So that made sense to me. My Lord's Great Weapon attacks, he's got 4 attacks. They will also hit on 3s because he's weapon skill 7. Ugh. But he's tired apparently, or he's just been on the kegs for too long. 1 wound at -3, so no saves. Yeah. That'll just kill a guy. Alright, and then that should be that for the combat. It looks like at the end of it you've got 2 kills. You've got a flag. 4 kills. We forgot about the challenge. So 4 kills, 5 for your flag. I've got 4, 5 for a banner, 6 for a war banner, 7, 8 for my 2 ranks, 9 for my BSB, 10 for a flank. So I've managed to win by 5.
That kills all but 1 Graveguard.
Okay, well there you go. You can still raise him back. Alright, so now in order to maximize, the Necromancer and his BSB be corner to corner here. I'm not going to bother moving this unit up, but it's corner to corner there. Alright, so things are looking grim for the vampire counts as we turn over to turn 6. Once again, no shooting happening, no moves, everybody's in combat that can be in combat. So we're just going to skip right to there. We've got zombies going always last.
Well, I'll do magic phase.
Oh, that's right, magic
guy
phase.
Alive. 7 dice plus my channeling.
Well, this is my turn, so I don't know why you're... Yeah.
I know, I was just making sure what's going on. Now I know you're paying attention.
I am paying attention, okay. So let's get right to combat. I've once again got 10 attacks from... I'd like to give you a free magic phase, but...
Sure.
You can roll my magic dice and cast the spells I don't have. 10 attacks from regular dwarves going to the zombies, hitting on 3s. And wounding on 4s. And this is probably going to take the unit away. 4 dead, so that'll kill the units. They don't need to reform, just going to stay where they are. And then over here, my Lord will issue a challenge.
Take it by my Necromancer.
Alright, so I'm going to fight Old Man Necromancer with my Lords. The initiative 4 step, I don't have anybody in base to base. You have 1 initiative 3 guy, so you can take a swing with your BSB if you'd like. Or your banner, and it misses. Alright, so down to the initiative 2 step. Sorry, you can attack my Lord with your Necromancer.
You know what? I will...
Up until 7, you're good. Nope. Again, no fear test necessary here because we're in an Abyssal Wood right now. Everybody is. Everybody causes fear. because we're in the haunted spooky wood. So I've got 6 guys fighting that one battle standard, or so that one standard bearer left from the Graveguard unit. Hit on 3s. And then wounding on 4s. So 2 saves for him at -2. 2 6+ saves.
On
The Banner Bear.
And he fails.
He's gone. And nobody else outside the challenge left. So my Lord's Shield Bearers attacking the Necromancer, hitting on 3s. Both hit, wounding on 3s. 1 wound.
Killed. Oh, here's another wound.
Okay.
Can you roll again if you like?
Alright. And then my Lord with the guard up in, hitting on 3s. And wounding on 2s. So I cause 1 more wound, and that will kill the Necromancer. And that will end our game of 2,000 points of fantasy, Dwarves versus Vampire Counts. Alright, Mini Wargamers, so there was another 2,000 point game of Old World Wars, ending in a pretty good game for the Dwarves.
It went pretty well for you, yeah.
Made me feel a little better after last week's tablings by Clarence. I managed to do something okay. Yeah, no, I definitely had a couple of really lucky things there. My one hero unit of Dwarf Warriors that charged everything and fought their way out of everything for 3 turns. I had a couple decent artillery phases too, where you lost your Black Knights and stuff like that. So there we go. The 2000 point game. How'd you feel?
You know, that's kind of not what I expected, but
No.
I didn't think I was going to win this one, but I thought I'd do a little bit better. Didn't expect to get tabled so badly.
We're talking
I
about
the hell of the turn 6.
It's true, but always 6 turns. You're talking about your Black Knights though.
Yeah, I keep using that unit in that composition, and I can never get them across the board. I keep trying to make them work as a support unit.
Yeah.
And without a Vampire Lord in there, I gotta stop trying with them. It's just not gonna work.
Well, because that was how many points in that unit too. You had
quite a bit. They
a
had
lot of points.
About 150 points in the White King, 150 points in the Vampire, and then about 200 points in the or 500 points. I have a support unit that never gets anywhere for me. So I'm just gonna stop using them that way. I gotta try.
Well, you could replace them with Crypt Horrors or like that fast shock army unit could be something else that was cheaper.
If I put a mounted Blender Lord, Vampire Lord, and then have even the Black Knights with them, they would just like cross the
I'm just thinking in this army composition, having something like a Vargulf even that can march on his own because he can be off on a flank. He's a vampire. The Crypt Horrors and stuff is just a supporting melee unit even to replace whatever you're foot slogging with because your army's kind of slow.
Right.
The problem with your slow army is that your shock unit has to slow down.
Yeah.
Right? Or it gets out by itself and then it gets flank charged.
Right away on turn 1, I thought I will hide behind the building.
Yep.
Put all my infantry out in front of you and not move them and let you shoot at me turn after turn. Let you shoot and then just never keep raising up. I think I could have survived. I think
you might have,
but I wouldn't have won.
And you only went for Curse once. Curse is a bad spell for me because obviously I can get rid of it in a phase, but I will have to roll at least once every time you do it, and the bigger my units are, the worse it gets. You didn't use a lot of offensive magic.
6, I didn't really... Magic didn't help me at all. I don't think I rolled above 7 in the days.
The way I was castled too, because I couldn't really take the other flank with the house on it. If I was playing against my own army, I would have just committed all to one flank and just gone for one side. Because once one side of this army breaks, the rest of it falls apart.
Well, what I tried to do is I was thinking about, again, that one unit that never did anything for me. I tried to put everybody in the 12-inch bubble. I want them all to move up together. And then I thought, I'm going to wait for the perfect time to cast Dons Macabre and just charge into combat.
And it doesn't do that anymore. If there was a pivotal point in the game, when you decided to commit your Lord into combat through Dance Macabre, and then you realize it's actually a remaining move, so you can't get into combat with it because it's a remaining move, not a charge.
It used to be.
It used to be charged. Yeah, no, I've had units raised behind me and then danced into the rear. Oh, tons of times. I know exactly how that works, and I'm perfectly happy with the fact that it's gone now. But yeah, no, that was a big turning point in the game. So we're gonna play another game, and we'll be back with you in just a minute. It's gonna be in the vault. So if you click the link below, you can check out our next game, Old World Wars. We've been talking a little bit too about different game styles and stuff like that, so probably not for this next game, but for something else, we're going to try something different. Maybe play a skirmish game or something from Triumph and Treachery maybe. Who knows? We'll see. But we've got lots and lots of ideas, so click the link below. You can check out the next game in the Vault. If you're not already a Vault member, try it. Yeah, click the link anyway. About 2 minutes, you can sign up for a 7-day free trial Vault membership. That's going to let you see half of all the Old World Wars games. As well as tons of other content, the tips and tricks with Chris, Life of a Wargamer, all that great bonus content that's in there, our War Machine Leagues, our 40K narrative campaigns, all that stuff. If you like it after 7 days, sign up for a full-time Vault membership, and you can support us here at MiniWarGaming, work and so you can play. We'll see you in our next game. Best of link. Until then, happy wargaming.